Contemporary King. My name is the Contemporary King. I'm Ryan. My battery is low. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So we have a pick a card reading for what does your dog think of you? We have dog number 1, which is the Tiger's Eye Turtle. Thanks for coming to my channel. Thank you. We'll get the titanium rainbow quartz for the golden retriever, and then we'll have the cute elephant as the other Pomeranian, I believe. So I'm gonna be using all 3 decks for each pile. Let's just clear out the energy. I just want to say thank you guys. Bless God. Bless this reading. Thank you guys for coming in today. Let's see what your dog thinks of you. What is your dog currently thinking of you guys right now? So I just did a workout. Let's get to this. I'm so excited for each pile. I'm gonna do like what, 5 minutes a read. We'll see how it goes today, because I'm gonna do a few readings. I have to charge my phone, so I know I can't be too long on this live today, but these are gonna be some really juicy readings because your dog must love you if you're coming to my channel. Hi, you guys. Okay, that's so awesome. So thank you for coming to the Contemporary King. We're just going to be doing some readings on how your dog feels about you. What does your dog feel about you? Turn your volume down if you have headphones on. Okay, so pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. So we're going to go to pile number 1, which is the Tiger's Eye, and we're going to start off with the Firefox Kitsune. I love this deck. This deck is really, really good. It gives off accuracy. What does pile number 1's dog think of them? Oh my gosh, so we have an animal right here. This is beautiful. So what I'm seeing is that this one popped out now. So we have tending to the future. So this animal that you have pile number 1, I just want to say thank you for coming to my reading. This animal that you have pile number 1, like this animal is like your animal. This is one of your soulmates that you might not know of, pile number 1, that you are highly connected to. You bring things to life. You heal things. That's why you are around all of these animals tending to the future. You know, you have this healing energy to you, group 1, that just radiates and brings people closer towards you, and your dog loves that about you. They love that you are able to create. They love that you are so nurturing, that you know what they like, you know how to take care of them. You love the tiny things. Like you might really like tiny houses, you might like toys. You might still like reminisce over the younger days where you kind of played with video games, cardboard games. Maybe you like Jumanji. I'm hearing Zathura. I watched that the other day and I love that movie. It's with Kristen Stewart, and I just thought about like how much I used to love board games, and like think about the whole board game community, and it's kind of like a dying community because you know people are kind of getting out of that whole scene. Not a lot of people are using board games nowadays, and so that's what I'm seeing. Like you bring things to life even if board games are dying, which they aren't, because there are new board games that come out all the time. There's still a community. Like I remember I went to this board game cafe, and that might be something that you might learn. You might learn that, oh, you thought you had an idea, group 1, you know, your dog had an idea about you. Like you thought that board games didn't exist or they weren't popular, just like maybe like certain Nintendo devices like Game Boys, but you realize that there are certain cult fans, you know, cult groups that follow these things. And I think that's what your dog, like, your dog really knows you. That's what I'm seeing, group one. Your dog really knows you. And oh, okay. Let's go to more about this card, group one. 'Tis time now, beloved one, to tend to the future and what will come, for there is a tender and vulnerable possibility which is in the process of being nurtured into the next stage of its maturity. Find the way to protect this sweet, young, and lovely hope and take care of it well, so well that it will come into life at a stage closer than you think possible. So it's like you also are tending to this relationship. You're tending to this love that you have for your animal, and they know that. They know that they're supposed to be with you, group one, because you heal them in so many ways that you really don't think that you do. You know, this tending to the future, your animal is so thankful that they have you because you just open a whole new way of life for them. And they know that. And you have this like animal from the space. Like something might be really unique about your dog. Your dog might have a long tail. The way your dog acts might be different. Your animal is just very intelligent, highly intelligent. And you know, you might have had animals in the past, and then you think about like, wow, like this dog is just so different. Like they might not even act like a dog. They could act like a fox, you know, like how this transcendence is out that I'm hearing. So let's read about this transcendence. Let's read about it. There are times in our lives when we are mired down with problems and issues, when we can feel as if we are swimming through thick, unyielding mud. We feel stuck and bound, completely captured by dilemmas that come with this earthly experience. We can lose our sense of spirit of the divine, of the heavenly self. This can be the exact moment at which we receive a visitation from the extraordinary celestial fox, this heavenly one who has transcended the earthly realms and become one of the galaxy's messengers. Kitsune at this time are so powerful they can become planetary bodies, new stars, or even a second moon. Wow. So that is amazing. So you have literally an animal from space that can make moons. Or there's something about this moon that you have a connection to. And I'm seeing like you might have multiple, again, like going back to the first card, having multiple animals, group one. And you can see that because you have the dragon here. And then you also have the fox, which is in both of the photos. So your animals are really close to you. You might have a wild animal. You might really like to get outdoors. You know, earth grounding, you know, planting your feet to the earth is what's going to be the most important for you, group one. So we have, yeah, your transcendence, sunlight after the darkness. So it's all about, you know, through thick, through thin with your animal, through thick, through thin with this pet. So how does your pet feel about you, group one? Let's get some clarifications. It says, tending the future. I forgot all about that card. So we have the Queen of Hearts. You know, your heart is in it. The High Priestess. Wow. So you have your heart in it. You have your heart in it, and your animal knows this. You know, with this High Priestess, it's that you have this unfound knowledge that you unconsciously are tapping into, even though you might not know that, or you could be finding out that. And this could be that confirmation. So I see that to be really interesting about you, pile number one. I'm hearing like birds. And look, this transcendent energy, it's like grounding yourself to all this chaotic energy. And just as like the fox can be really like hyper focused, you have that hyper focused energy. You have that sun. You're the sun. And that is why like your animal radiates with you as you radiate, because you're the sun and you fuel your animal. And because of this, like, you just have a really close connection with your animal, and everything is like your animal feels so home when they're with you. The Empress, they feel so home with you. They love watching you work. They love clinging to your energy while you're working. They love it. They see that you're a hard worker. They see that you reflect a lot. They say that they see that you take a lot of time, downtime. They also see that you could have conflict with this, you can be kind of like harsh, or you could have conflict with someone because of your beauty. Your pet sees that you're beautiful. Your animal knows that you're very beautiful. And you could have a soulmate walk in, and your animal, let's see how your animal feels. So this is a lovely relationship that you have. It's just like that white picket fence. So your animal feels like you're walking into a new life together. And you could even be like leaving them, because we have the 6 and the 6. So that is something that they don't want. They don't want you to like leave them behind. They don't want you to like sail away. And because of the water, it's like it's a distance travel. You might not see your animal for a while, and this is something that they don't want, because this is a soul connection that you have with your animal, that they want to grow, because just as much as you can learn from them, they can learn from you. And that's what I'm hearing, group 1. Your animal is really learning from you. So let's just get one more card for confirmation. How does your animal feel about you with this 6 of Spades and 10 of Clubs? Overall energy, how did your pet feel about you? You are good enough. So I'm seeing like your dog really sees that you are such a hard worker, and that you travel so much. And it's like they love that you spend time with yourself. They love that you spend a lot of time with yourself, group 1. So that's really great. We have this you are good enough full moon in Virgo, focusing on that self-love energy for the month of 2020. This is a timeless reading, but for Taurus energy, that's great. So I honestly see great things. I think it's great to know, group 1, that your animal really loves you. This has been a fabulous reading, group 1. Your animal loves you to death. They see your potential, and I really like this reading. Group 1. Your animal is very smart. You have an animal from space. It's scary. Okay, let's go to group 2. Thank you so much, group 1. Get yourself some tiger's eye. It really helps with self-confidence, creativity, money, easing jealousy, envy, desire, all those evil eye. Really helps. We're gonna go to group 2. How does your dog feel about you, golden retriever? See how the doggy feels about the buggy and the baba. I don't even know why I'm saying that. So your dog might really think you're playful. Your dog might also think that you need to like speak more with your throat chakra, because we got the titanium rainbow group 2. I'm clearing out the energy. Turn your volume down, please. Okay, thank you so much. So how does group 2's animal. Doggy. Doggy, doggy, doggy. Feel about them. So adjustments are required, a time for healing. So your animal definitely sees you going through some type of like dark night of the soul. So for group 2, your animal is really deep. Your animal sees that you're going through introspection. I'm also seeing for like group 2, thank you so much, how your dog feels about you. They see that you're definitely used to the high life, and that sometimes like it can get in the way of certain things sometimes if you let it. Clarification for a time of healing. For how does your doggy feel? How does the doggy feel? Clarifying. I know I should get like a doggy tarot, but okay, so your animal is like right by your side. They're in it to win it. They grind just as hard as you. You know, maybe you're used to like, they know that things are changing. They know that things are changing, and I need to get some clarification. Yeah, so when it comes to you and your loved ones are safe, it's like you have anxiety. Like your pet feels anxiety, group 2. Your pet is feeling anxiety from all this instability, from the constant moving. Because if you look at this chariot, you know, you might move around a lot, and because of it, you might be healing with your pet at this time because you do so much traveling. And I'm not seeing that that's like a bad thing, but to your pet, they don't really get as much of a focus as they would like. I'm seeing group. And we have that surrender to the divine, right? So it's like they want you to like, you know, make them feel at home. We have the Tower. So your pet sees that like you go through so many ups and downs. There's like good and then there's bad. There's good and there's bad. Like your animal loves. How does your animal feel about you? Okay, your animal sees that like you treat you like you obviously spoil your animal. You spoil your animal, and even like you spoiling your animal because it spoils them. It kind of like it makes them want more of this love that they feel like they don't always get. And they feel like it's always a tower when you leave. And then they feel like they hate it when you leave because they're never getting the treatment that they get from the beginning. So it's like when you go away, they don't feel this energy. They don't feel that energy that you usually bring when you're there to see them, pile number 2. So your dog is really deep, pile number 2. Okay. Let's get one more let's get one more card. Let's get one more card to clear this up because your dog does not want you to go away. Yeah, so basically what I'm hearing is like, I'll put that back in. They don't want, they know you need your alone time. Pile number 2, your pet knows that you need your alone time. They see you really in that introspection, that deep introspection. Your animal thinks that you're such like a giver. You're so giving. Like, you love to give to people. You know, you love to give to your ancestors. That's why this moon is here, because you're so nurturing. Let's get some clarification on the time to surrender, full moon. For your animal, what does your animal feel about you? Tea ceremony. So they know that, like, they love celebrating with you, and you love celebrating with them, because you really treat your animal good, group 2. And because you treat your animal good when you're not there, you know, you're the richest within. And when you're not there, like, it's like, it's eye-opening to them, because they see that you are, like, not there, and they miss you so much. I love that. That's so sad. Oh. So that was so beautiful. Group 2. Your dog is deep. Oh, your dog is so deep. It's so funny. I'm sorry. And they love you. They see that you're getting everything that you want. Group 2, your dog sees that you're getting everything that you want, because you're a catch. Your animal knows that you're a catch, and because you're a catch, your dog can be a catch. So they're in the same energy as you, group 2. They want their cake, and they want to eat it too. And, like, your animal allows you to unlock this, like, energy. Like, you might be able to, like, your animal connects with you in the spirit world, I'm hearing. So that's so interesting, group 2. So thank you so much, group 2, for watching my reading. Your dog is spiritual. You have an amazing connection with it, but don't try to leave it alone for too long, please. Also, thank you so much, group 2, because I want to say, if you're gonna like the video, or if you are gonna subscribe, then I'm going to be coming out with more videos in the future weeks. So have a good day. Group 3, here we go. Okay, I know I give you I'm too much, but in a good way. Okay, so these cards are just deep about how we're not taking the moonology out for group 3. The moonology, when it comes to your animal, is just a little bit deep. Like, and the Jane Austen's nice, but we're gonna go to the Inner Goddess deck for my group 3. I love these decks, but I really need to get some more decks. So maybe I'll set up a wish list if you guys want to start donating and getting me some of your suggested tarot cards. I know those are really, like, awesome, because I recently got a few decks. I have one coming recently, so I might do a reading with that soon. Awesome. So yeah, let's check this out, you guys.